I will not crash. Honey yacht, dash, honey yacht, dash, honey yacht, dash, honey yacht, dash, honey yacht, dash.
Yeah. 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 Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Oakland Raiders. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Where's Al? Why ain't he? 52 the mic. Let's go, defense. Let's go.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He'll have a first down past the 40. Cuts it out to the sideline. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A huge play there right off the bat. 57 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike 50, Mike 50. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's get it down.
Now it's Carson, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
To throw, it's Carr. And that is incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it out past the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Check, 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 check. Strong right, strong right, strong right. Four down, check, check.
Hey, I-7.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
52 is the mic right here over there.
Ready?
From the 44, Allen looking for his receiver. Sharp, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st down, Kendall. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready, 18 Gator.
Double tight. Four down.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. On the crossing route, complete. That's Wells. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
And the Giants' 1st down.
Here we go. 60 yards.
Run. Switch.
80 weapon. Bravo. Sit.
On 1st down, Allen. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Down. 180.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware, ball may come your way.
Now some confusion offensively here as Carr's going to signal for a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. From the gun, it's Carr. He's got his man. It's Williams. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense will probably need to get off the field in those situations on third down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last third down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 31-yard line.
Down. You wide 8-8. Record. Single. Check it. You're mine.
Now Carr. Now this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. The 20. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
First down, Giants.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I'm here all day. Let's go.
On the run, it's Barkley. Able to power through. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards and a Giant first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
They go play action here on first down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Protein spill. Hey, Haywood.
52, Mike 52.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Hit it.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out.
Ready? 30 base. Hang on, music there. Hey, foxtrot. Now.
Allen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked there by Nick Nelson. Past the 12. There he goes, right side. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Again, what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Saquon Barkley, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Allen going to throw. It's caught. Shepard. Last play they got stumped at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Now Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing now is Allen. That's complete to Slayton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st? For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. To throw, it's Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Okay, CD, second quarter, look at their deficit and where they're at on the field. They're going for this, right?
I think that they are, because down at this point, they've just made that big move. Ride the momentum wave while you can. I know people think, hey, you've got to get some points here. Hey, you're riding it big time. Go get it done.
Ready, ready. 15, Ronnie. 15 line.
Hey, here I come.
5.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
We got 4. We got 4.
They run it with Carson. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
22 yards. And the Giants first down.
Here we go, here we go. 60 or.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Greystone, travel. Rock it.
Check 3.
Snap.
A first down carry for Barkley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
A gain of 12. First down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to weigh in and enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL.
22 jet bomber.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Devontae Parker, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. A sensational one-handed grab of the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
First down.
What now?
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
29. 29. Ready, touch.
On first and 10, here's Carr. And the catch made by Hilton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's another Raiders first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Down. 180.
54.
Here I come.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Carr will try it again on second down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Carlson on for the PAT.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
Makes the score Raiders 38, Giants 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Second and 5 at the 30-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
152 fighter.
You ready?
Ready?
To the air, Allen. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
80 weapons.
Now Allen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw.
Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag.
Shoot.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Right. Get it.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
On the ready.
52. Wild Bill. Wild Bill.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Go. Go.
It's our deal. Hey, it's our house. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59. Well, we got to go.
Allen now looks to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
First down, Giants.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
52's a Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
They'll go to Barkley again. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked there by Nick Nelson. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe than returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go, set, 60 or. Pick it up, D. Hatch it. General West. Yo, go! Ready!
And here's Allen, throwing again. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Check Mike. Hey, exit. Mike 52. Go.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Got an open man, it's Burnett. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
I got him. Shoot.
Going for it on 4th down. Allen. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. That's going to be caught. So with a big gainer anyways, they'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Watch the slam. Slam.
Get it.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Go. Let's go.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
White down. 180.
Here we go, D.
White Monday down. We got later one.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
52 is the mic right here, over there, right?
Here's Allen to throw it. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Cleveland Farrell. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Back now in the East Bay. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
Here we go. Mike 52, Mike 52. I got you, pop. No, Mike 52, Mike 52.
From the gun, it's Allen. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Coming to you, coming to you.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Raiders on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. Here's Johnny Hacker now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're...
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 30. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 76 yards. A great run, but, you know, this is probably where the offensive coordinator is saying, geez, we could have used a couple of these earlier in the game.
Yeah, he's probably telling the head coach, well, talk to the run game coordinator about that. I just call the plays. We should have had this going right from the beginning.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
On the set.
Block 52. 52's the mic. Focus, defense, focus.
Smooth.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Not today, you are. Not today.
Big grip. Big grip.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. They're going to run it with Barkley. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. The football comes out, Jacobs lost it. And who's got it? The Giants!
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Double time, double time. Hey, we got 4. We got 4.
2nd and 9 now. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, orbit.
Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
All day, every day, any day.
This is Carson. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Carr. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Taking it about the 16. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still on attack. We'll see how they... Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Check, 59. Hey, watch the slant. Mike's about 9. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Mike's 59. Let's go. 59.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen.
I can't believe they even let you play.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Mike 52, you better be afraid of me.
Hey, Haywood.
Allen going to go on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he loses the football a 2nd time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Hey, we're good.
On second down now, it's Connor, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Down. 185.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off.
Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defense.